This is my 25th year here, and they tell me that it may be my last. And so this is kind of a great concert for me. It will be my last winter concert with the Fort Clarke Middle School Band. But it has been a wonderful 25 years. Now, I would like to, but it's not about me, so I would like to, before we go any further, first of all, invite you to join me in turning off or turning down your cell phones so they don't interrupt. We are making a performance. The Fort Clarke Middle School beginning band. If you've had children in our program, don't give away all the punchlines. Okay? Don't tell them what's coming next. So we just going to remind our band students, please don't talk during the concert. Your job is to be outstanding audience. So one of the things we like to do is take our parents through what we call a trip from the beginning. Now, I know Ms. Irvine, she's had children in our program. She's the booster president here. She had children in our program for 8 or more years, and so she sat through it at least 8 times. Okay? And so some of you maybe have sat through it too. But some of you, if this is the first time you've had a child in a band, you're going to be informed about some things tonight. Right? When students first come in to the Fort Clarke Band, what we do is we take them on an introduction of all the instruments, because a lot of students come in, they don't know what they want to play, they don't know the names of the instruments, they don't know what they sound like. Some of them think they know what they want to play because they had a brother or a sister who played it, or their mother played it, and she has a clarinet that was in the attic for 14 or 15 years. You know, so, but a lot of times they don't really have an idea. And so first thing we do is we introduce them to all the instruments. There's 4 instrument families. We talk to them about the woodwind, the brass, the percussion, which is what we teach here. And then we also give them a slight introduction into the string family, which unfortunately we don't have a string program here. We take them through all that, and then we do some instrument fitting with them, okay? It's not a guaranteed surefire process, but we do our absolute best to give children a chance to try an instrument, to try several different instruments, to see, we base it on what is their interest, what do they think they want to play, and sometimes they have no clue. And then what do they also have ability? What are they demonstrating some natural, quick ability? And just because somebody doesn't demonstrate natural, quick ability doesn't mean they'll never be successful on that instrument, but if they do, it may make the process a lot easier. So we go through all of that, and then during that time, we're also teaching them how to read music. Now, music is, we give a simple definition. Music is organized patterns of sound and silence, okay? And there are symbols that represent sound, and there are symbols that represent silence. And both of them are extremely important in making music. You will hear them playing, and as a result of the symbols that they see that represent sound. Hopefully, you will not hear them play on the symbols that represent silence. Okay? So, but they're all excited. It usually takes about 4 to 6 weeks for us to get everybody fitted on an instrument, and then the day comes where they're all going to bring their instrument to school for the very first time. And that's such an exciting time because they think, man, we're going to slap this thing together and we're going to be playing the William Tell Overture in no time. Okay? Or what is that one I always hear the kids playing now? Something about, I don't remember what it is. Anyway, yeah, nation, some nation thing. Okay? All right, so, you know, they think, man, they're going to be playing that stuff right back. But the first thing we do for at least a week is we learn to play on our mouthpieces. And I would not want you to miss this experience. That they've never used them before. And so we're working on developing those muscles that are needed to produce an appropriate sound on the instrument. And then the day comes when we say, okay, we're ready. We're going to put the instruments together and we're going to play our very first note of the Fort Clarke Middle School beginning band. It will predict the future. It's a lovely sound. After a little while, a week, I'm not exaggerating, 2 weeks, maybe more, it finally sounds like this, I hope. Start to cook a little bit faster. And then we learn our second note and we put them together in a wonderful melody that sounds like this. You'll go home singing that one. And then we learn our third note, and it sounds like this. Every time, okay? All right, so up to now we've played what we call whole notes. Those little round circle notes are kind of clear, okay? And they last for 4 beats. And we've played a rest, a whole rest. So we've got sound, we've got silence. Now we're going to learn something a little more complicated. We play 2 notes consecutively with a breath mark in between. start making some progress here. We learn to play half notes. Now, half notes are little circles like the whole notes with stems on them, and they're twice as fast as the whole notes. Okay? So you have to think a little bit quicker. Now, everything we've done has been in unison. Uni means one, son means sound, unison, one sound. Finally, we're going to put something with a little harmonic interest in it. This is our first duet. And you can sing that, use that one to sing yourself to sleep tonight. Okay? Then we speed up the notes again and we learn quarter notes. They look like the half notes, only they're colored in. Okay? And they move twice as fast as half notes. Then we go to 16, and the notes go a little faster, and we're going to demonstrate something that we do with the band. We do something with them that most college freshman music students can't do. Okay? And we're going to see how well they do it right now. They didn't know I was going to do this on stage, but they knew part of it. But we use something called solfege to sing their parts. Okay? How many of you have seen Sound of Music? Okay, everybody, everybody know that? Okay, all right. So that's solfege. Now, just between me and you, don't let them know this. I still can't do that. Okay? They just picked that note right out of the air. Just picked it out. You know. But the next song we're going to do doesn't start on so. It starts on fa.
Fa,
And with that, we're going to add a fifth pitch since they learned that one so fast, okay? And this is name that tune time. So don't whisper to your neighbor if you know the answer, okay? Raise your hand if you can name that tune. Okay, can you name that tune? Right down here in the front. Yes, sir. Close, but no cigar. Okay, somebody else. Okay, let's see. Where is it? Nobody wants to take a chance over here. Okay, there's back there in the red shirt.
Hot cross bun.
Hot cross bun. They're very close. Very close. Okay? All right. Now, we are so excited that we can play a recognizable tune that we just have to go tell Aunt Rhody. So, oh, by the way, we're telling her that her old gray goose is dead. Not real good news, but anyway, here's old, go tell Aunt Rhody. Percussionists have a very unique thing too, and I firmly believe in a lot of places percussionists just are relegated to hitting drums, and we believe that every percussionist needs to learn to play mallet instruments, so they're reading notes and pitches as well as the drums that we play. So we tell them I don't have any drummers in my band, I have percussionists. As we move through this, you're going to see a lot more of that demonstrated with our other bands. But you'll see it here too. So the next thing we're going to do, we put all that stuff together that we just finished doing, and now we're going to play a piece entitled Our First Holiday Concert. Okay. There's a whole study out about percussionists. We won't discuss it. A lot of people they say, I want to play drums, I want to play percussion, because they think, oh, that's such an easy instrument. And it is hard, okay? These flute players, all they got to do is learn to play flute. Clarinet players, all they got to do is learn to play clarinet. Percussionists, they have to learn to play snare drum, bass drum, cymbals, xylophone, marimba, vibraphone, chimes, frog sounds. I mean, they have to do all kinds of stuff, you know? So it's really a tremendous amount for percussionists to learn. Tambourine, triangle, and most people think, oh, all you gotta do is hit triangle, bang, bang, bang. No, that's not music. So, our percussionists, I tease them a little, but it's really a very complex instrument to play. So I'm very proud of our percussionists, especially our band. We're not that bad. If you'll give us just a minute for a quick stage change, we'll be right back.